Hi everyone, my name's Kym Arnold and I'm an accountant here at Lincoln's. Today we're just doing a short video for Agrimaster clients for your end of year Wagemaster STP Finalization. So the reason that we're only doing Wagemaster today and not KeyPay, as we understand that quite a few Agrimaster clients do use KeyPay now, is KeyPay don't allow us a demo file, and so we're not able to show you that process. KeyPay is quite a simple process though, so if you want any help with that, you can get in touch, but otherwise the help notes you can access by logging into KeyPay and going down into the little support button on the bottom right hand corner, and you just have to basically type in STP Finalization and that will bring up the help notes for you. So with Wagemaster, at the moment, you would probably get to the end of the year and write out your payment summaries for your employees and give that to them, and then also send off a copy to the tax office. But you don't need to do that anymore. Instead, you're going to finalise your Single Touch Payroll for the year in your software, payroll software, and that will just send it off to the tax office for you, and it's all done. So just a few things before we get started. The due date for the STP finalisation, if this is your first year, so not if you have previously done STP, but if this is your first year, you're actually going to get until the 31st of July. However, I would highly recommend trying to get it done as early in July as possible because your employees are going to be chasing you for that information. Now, the way that it works is that your employees will no longer be given anything at the end of the year. They will access all of that information through either their MyGov account or their accountants are able to get it directly from the tax office. Your employees do just need to be aware that their payroll information actually shows all throughout the year with STP in MyGov. So they're not able to lodge their tax returns until it actually says tax ready in MyGov. So just if anyone asks any questions, you can let them know that. However, if you just want to get on top of it, we do actually have a little like explanation one-page sheet that the tax office put out for employees to understand STP. So if you want that fact sheet, if you go onto the resources tab of our website, you'll be able to get it there for them. So yeah, we'll get started. So the first thing I would say is that when you get to the end of the year, so 30th of June, I would recommend doing your final payroll for the year. And then I would make sure that your June month is reconciled in Agrimaster and rolled over into July. And then once you're ready, you're going to just do a bit of a cross-check between Agrimaster and Wagemaster, a few different reports, just to make sure that what's recorded in Wagemaster is what's showing in Agrimaster, and also what's recorded in Wagemaster is actually what's getting reported through to the tax office, because there can be some issues with that, particularly if you're using allowances and deductions. So just to let you know, I am doing this example through PowerPoint just because of the way the files work, but you should get a pretty clear idea of how it's all going to flow. So let's get started. Okay, so hopefully you can all see that. So basically the first thing you're going to do is you're going to jump into Wagemaster. And as you can see here, you're going to look at your payment summary report first. So if you go into reports, payment summary, and then you can just select current pay period. Once you select that, it will take you into this report. So all you do is you just update your dates from 1st of July 2019 through to the 30th of June 2020 and click refresh. And then that's going to bring up your employees' details for the full year. So I would either print a copy of that or maybe save a PDF copy to your system. So that's the first start. And then what you're going to do now is to jump into Agrimaster to make sure that that's matching over there as well. So we go to the next screen. So once you're in Agrimaster, you're going to go into reports, stacked reports, and you're going to basically select at level 1, you're going to select name and you'll select all. So you'll see that there's none there for me. That's just because of the file we're using, but you would select all. So that's going to bring up, just select all of your names for in your file. At level 2, you then select code, and you want to select all of your wages related codes. So gross wages, any other wages you might have, wages tax deducted and remitted is important. And you'll also want to grab your superannuation. Now, I haven't grabbed it in this instance, but just make sure that you have grabbed that as well. Here we've got first month, July 2019, and last month, May 2020. It won't let me grab June just because it was the demo file hadn't been rolled over. So just make sure you could select the end of the year. Report type, we can just do totals and sort by date. So once you've selected all of those, you also want your code types to all be selected. You tick on the green button and it should bring up this report for you. So this is what the stacked report will look like. And basically what you want to do there is just make sure that these numbers are matching up with what is showing in Wagemaster. So you'll see that super is missing, but you should also check that as well. So if you cross match them, we can see here that our totals, so 7,065 for Joseph Bloggs and 7,615 net for Edgar Anderton. And we also have that total there of 14,680. So that's really good. That all matches. We're happy with that. If it doesn't match, you need to find out why. Now, a big part of the reason why it might not be matching is if you're using allowances or deductions. If you have deductions that come off your employee's wages that perhaps aren't tax deductible, they might be reporting incorrectly as tax deductible in your file, or vice versa. In Agrimaster, it's still showing up in the gross wages. It's been taken off the gross wages and it shouldn't. So if those figures aren't matching, you need to get to the bottom of why. And if you can't do that yourself, I would highly recommend getting in touch with your accountant to figure that one out. It's the same with super over here. You do just want to make sure that that's matching as well. And you know, by the end of 30th of June, you may not have paid that last portion of super, but you should process that and make sure that all the super you've paid for each of your 4 quarters does match up. So if you're happy with all of that, you're then going to be able to go back into Wagemaster and actually process this finalization. So once you're back in Wagemaster, you're going to click on your little STP button, and you're going to click on STP, and then instead of like your normal one where you would have your new report, your pay event here, and you would click on that and click on report to tax office, you're actually going to click on this button STP update. Once you've clicked on that, it's going to bring up this STP update filter. And you're going to make sure that your financial year is in the correct one, and also that you've got the right amount of employees, and you'll press on OK, and it will bring up this STP update. Now, obviously when you bring it up, it's going to have your employees listed there for the year. So it should have, for us, it should have the 2 different employees, and then your gross, tax and super should all match back to what was showing in Wagemaster on your payment summaries report and what was showing in Agrimaster on your stacked report that you've created. So you can print the report and save that to your computer just for future reference. And then you're going to click on report to tax office. It will do its normal thing of loading, and then it will say probably waiting at gateway, and then the next time you'll come in, just like any other pay event, you'll see that it's successfully gone through to the tax office. And that means you're done. You're all done for the year. You can roll over then and start with 2021. So as I did mention, it's not due to the 31st of July. However, the idea of doing this video early is that you can get yourself prepared, make sure that things are maybe actually start looking at these reports now and making sure that the figures are matching now, so that if there's an issue, you can get onto it now and be ready really early in July, because that way you're not going to have your employees asking for that information really early on in the period. So that's everything I'm going to go through today. If you have any questions, please get in touch with your accountant. Hopefully that helps you out, and good luck with it all.